everybody, it's Crystal, the Cappuccino Traveler, and you know I am all about helping you brew better coffee at home. And a way to do that is to try different brewing methods. What we have today, this is called the Kalita Wave. It's a pour over coffee or hand poured coffee. What makes it different? Well, it's how the coffee is extracted through this right here. There are actually 3 holes instead of 1, like some of the other hand poured methods, and it's a flat bottom, okay? So that's the difference. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this, okay? You can find these, by the way, at any coffee shops or Amazon. And you may be thinking, why the Kalita Wave? Well, it's all about extracting different flavors from your coffee. So it is amazing what difference. You can use the same freshly ground coffee in the drip coffee maker, and then you can do the same, use that same coffee and put in your Chemex or your AeroPress or your French press, and you're all gonna get different flavors from the coffee. So it's really sort of fun. It's different processes, different flavors, different strengths, different mouthfeels. This is the Kalita Wave, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet the filter, okay? Just getting the coffee ready. Okay, I'm gonna let that just run through a second. Runs through pretty quickly with the 3 holes. I just ground up some of my freshly ground coffee that I have here. Okay, so once it's run through, which is pretty quick, we're just gonna dump this coffee back out. Plus, that has preheated my vessel, which always makes your coffee hotter. So I have boiled the coffee, not boiled it, I've brought it to the right temperature. I'm gonna zero out my scale, and I'm gonna put in 40 grams of coffee. Okay, and the scale is gonna tell me when I get to 40. Okay, so I'm watching the scale. The scale really replaces, it gives it accuracy, and it replaces like using a tablespoon. Okay, so it's just dialing up the accuracy of your coffee. Okay, we're at 40. Okay, so just that simple. Pour the coffee in, and now we're just going to run the hot water over it in a circular motion, making sure to disperse water all over the grounds. And then we wait. And it's running through. This is actually called blooming. The coffee is blooming, okay? And it's really extracting all those flavors out of the coffee. This is Superbia coffee, which you can find in the coffee lover shop. And it's one of my favorites because it goes from the farm in Colombia to your door in 7 days or less. This is a honey processed, and it's really smooth and bold all at the same time. And I'm excited to see when putting it through this method how it's going to taste, okay? So you just wait for some of it to come down, and then we're gonna go again. Okay? It's very important to use distilled or spring water or some sort of treated water, third wave water. Let me see. Oh goodness, this really smells great, guys. So, you know, these aren't, for me at least, they're not something I do first thing in the morning. It does take time, but I will tell you, the longer time you put into your coffee, the better the flavor you're definitely gonna have. And I've made this for several people, and they always drank coffee with cream or sugar. And then when I've done pour over coffee, they were able actually to drink the coffee without cream and sugar. There's not gonna be a burnt taste. It's not gonna be bitter. It should come out smooth and full-bodied, and you should be able to pick up different flavors and notes on your palate. When I'm talking about flavors on your palate, that's something, it's sort of like wine tasting, that you really have to work and refine your palate. It takes time to build that, especially if you are coming from instant coffee or gas station coffee. It's something that you're definitely gonna wanna build up and teach your palate and learn. But like when I say there's lemon or citrus notes, it's not so much that you're gonna taste actual lemon, but it's a lightness in the coffee, and that's sort of what I mean when I say citrus. Now, when you're talking blueberry notes, and I've had coffee that has blueberry notes in it, delicious, okay? Like you can really taste like blueberries. So it's different for each flavor profile that you're talking about. So we just continue to do this, okay? And we're just letting the coffee bloom and run through, and that's it. That's the Kalita wave. So when it's done, then I just pull this off and discard, and I enjoy great coffee. And not to mention, it's just beautiful. So that is a demo on the Kalita wave that you guys wanted to see, and it's not my absolute favorite. I'm still diehard Chemex. I love the Chemex, but this is going to be a little darker than the Chemex. The Chemex can brew very, very light coffee, and so this just makes it a little darker, in my opinion, for my taste and my palate, but I still love it. It's beautiful. There's nothing better than hand-poured coffee or pour-overs, and if you've never tried one, you would get to if you come on the Coffee Caravan, and I encourage you to try it at home. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.